Goober gang, what's up? I want you to pretend that you caught a record size fish. What would you do next? Not sure? Either was I, so I reached out to 10 different anglers that you know through YouTube and surprised them with the same question. Follow along through this 10-part series to figure out what they had to say. In the last episode, we interviewed Keith from Hey Guys, Fishin N Stuff, and he passed the question on to...
I'm going to put it on somebody who probably know the answer. Lyle Stokes.
Lyle Stokes, all right. We will get him on the phone. All right, well, you just heard the interview from Fishin N Stuff in the last video, and he challenged our next guest. Who are you and where do you fish?
My name is Lyle Stokes, and I fish the Lake of the Ozarks and Truman Lake in southwest Missouri.
That is awesome. So we understand that you've got a lot of experience dealing with some big fish and tournament scenarios and things like that, and that's actually the reason that our last guest passed the question on to you. Do you want to tell us a little bit about that?
Well, I've been fishing tournaments for 25, 30 years. So yeah, I've been in a few of them, and some of the bigger ones and a lot of the smaller ones.
That's awesome. So you got a lot of experience with big fish, which is perfect for the question we're about to ask you. Are you ready for it?
Yes, sir.
All right, so we want to know if you were out on the body of water you like to fish the most right now, and a rod went down, just like that one in the background of your screen, and it just slammed down to the water, and it was a fish that you pulled up, and you said, I think we've got a state record, maybe a potential world record on our hands here. I want to know what your plan of action might be for the next however long amount of time it's going to take to get that thing certified.
Well, for me, we have a live well in our boat that's big enough to hold any fish. Yes. Inland fish that there is, and it's made for tournament fishing, so I would not be worried at all about putting the fish in there as survival. But at any point that I thought that the fish was in trouble, it would go directly back into the water. It's much more important for me that fish survived to pass Mchns on than it is for me to get any kind of record or anything like that.
You know, that's pretty interesting because you're, I think, interview 6 in line right now, and almost every single person has had that same mentality about it. They care about the health of the fish more than the recognition, which is awesome to see. But, you know, you look like you've got a setup where you could take care of that fish, keep it healthy, and still get the recognition for it, which is the best of both worlds. There's only one guest, and he's actually the guest who challenged you, Mr. Fishin N Stuff. He had a little funny answer that people saw in the last video, and we'll get a crack out of that one, but that was pretty funny.
He's a funny guy.
Yeah, Keith will do that. But yeah, so what's it going to look like as far as, you know, you're not worried about the health of the fish? What's it going to look like to get that thing certified if you're interested in that?
In the state of Missouri, you must have a conservation agent there and a set of certified scales to weigh the fish to certify it for record. So I actually can look out my window here and I see the back of a house and a swimming pool, and that a conservation agent actually lives right there. So the first thing I would be getting hold of him or one of his friends. There's another one in our county. We actually have 2. And then finding someone certified scales. And usually that would be a tournament director because you can't have tournaments unless you use certified scales to weigh them in our state. So I would be getting a hold of people like that to get them down there. And like I say, if it's going to be over an hour or 2, the fish will just have to go back.
I got you. Well, it sounds like you've got everything pretty much set up right there. So hopefully it would be less than a couple hours and you'd be good to go.
Right. Yeah, that would be the thing. I've been doing it for quite a while, and I've not even come close. So chances of getting one on my end seems to be slim to none.
Well, you never know. Every time you go out there, that's kind of why I'm putting this video series out here. Everybody goes out there with those aspirations of catching that monster, and
that's
a
right.
lot of people don't really have a plan, and it seems
right.
like you've got a pretty good one.
Yeah, I only live 3 hours from St. Louis, so we could go down, fish the confluence or below the Melvin Price Dam anytime we want to, and every time you put a boat in there, you have a chance of a world record.
That's absolutely right, and we're just hoping to bring a little bit of awareness out there, and just in case somebody does hook into one, maybe they'll think about this and have a little bit better plan than original.
Absolutely.
A couple of our earlier videos, there were some pretty interesting plans out there that I can't wait to release. So, well, we do appreciate you coming on and talking about that, and really being super informative for people out there that may not have had that great of a plan. And now we want to know, who do you want to challenge with this question next? Do you have anybody in mind?
I think from my end, one of the most people that I think would be excited the most to get a fish like that would be
Just because this video is over doesn't mean the fun has to stop here. Check out these videos down below. Catch you some more goobers while you wait for our next video to drop. Later.